A homemade helium mylar balloon believed to be carrying a 6-year-old boy.
I am the living man.
Yes, my mother twitted my temples!
I just want to make this video because this is over now. I have nothing else to say.
I can't stop thinking about this ever since the new addition in the Lolcow world. Brad taste in music. I was a viewer of his. I liked his content. It was another way of finding new music, so it was fun. Never in a million years did I know he was putting on a facade. The person behind the camera was a completely different human we knew and follow. And it reminded me of Boogie. When we first met him, he was a fun-loving guy who created a character, Francis, to make people laugh. We also got to know Steven, a guy who liked video games and hung out with his wife. Pretty normal stuff. But did we really get to know Boogie? Or did he created this Steven persona in order to be liked? Today we are exploring an interesting characteristic I have noticed in a lot of Lolcows. A mask they have to wear in order to be liked by people. And I have some examples for you. But before we continue, if you like digging into bizarre beliefs, hoaxes, controversies, and overall entitled people ruining their lives, hit subscribe. We do this every week. When Boogie first blew up on YouTube, he didn't look like your typical internet star. He wasn't conventionally attractive, and he definitely wasn't making flashy vlogs in mansions.
Knowledge.
What made him stand out was relatability through his character Francis, a nerdy, angry gamer who would scream and smash stuff over video games. Francis became a symbol, exaggerated, yes, but also painfully real for kids who grew up with strict parents, bullies, or frustrations they couldn't voice. Offstage, Boogie positioned himself as the opposite of Francis. Calm, thoughtful, almost saintly. He will talk openly about his struggles with weight, depression, and his very much traumatic childhood. Viewers saw him as honest and, most importantly, wholesome. But here's where I see the deception. His ex-wife, Desiree, was everything he projected himself to be. Warm, kind, calm, and approachable. I will argue that during their relationship, Boogie's good guy persona wasn't just him being himself, it was him mirroring her. And when she left, that persona crumbled. And why do I say that? Because after the divorce, a very amicable one...
Was me and my wife's relationship perfect? No. Did we argue from time to time? Yes. I think most couples do. Did I ever stand and scream in her face about fucking, tell her I wish she was fucking dead, or, I don't know.
Things got very weird. He will make unsettling comments.
And that's one of the things that kind of made me have the mentality that I have. Nothing is black and white. The Holocaust is horrible, absolutely horrible. But some good came out of it.
Lash out at viewers.
I'm gonna say as much shit and do as much shit as I can to keep your attention so you don't do it to somebody else. I'm here for you to torture me and only me. I'm gonna make a living letting you torture me. I'm gonna be the next Dark Side Phil. I'm gonna be the next Wings of Redemption. I'm gonna spend every day online to keep you fucking busy so you don't do it to somebody else. So bring it. But I want you to know, I think you are the lowest of the low. I think you are the worst of the worst. I think that there are fucking rapists and Nazis out there who, even though they are rapists and fucking Nazis, they are more redeemable than you because at least they're doing something they fucking believe in.
And hint at bitterness towards women and relationships.
Why do I have 2 beds? One for me and one for my hooker. One for me and one for my hooker. One for me and one for my hooker.
Fans who had once seen him as their internet uncle started seeing something really dark in him. And then came the accusations, the most shocking being that Boogie faked cancer for sympathy and attention.
Why would he call it polycythemia vera? Why would he tell me that I have hormone markers in my blood that tells me I have polycythemia vera? Why does he order a bone marrow biopsy to confirm it?
Well, if he ordered a bone marrow biopsy to confirm it, it would be weird that you told us that you already had a diagnosis and a confirmation if it
Because
has been
the
confirmed.
markers are in my blood. The hormone markers are in my blood.
Correct.
Destiny.
But you said that you'd received the diagnosis, but now you just told me that you got a bone marrow biopsy to
It's
confirm.
a diagnosis, and now we're confirming.
Sure.
It's called a confirmation.
He's like, I've got this cancer, bro. Now I can fucking make tons of views, and I can fucking
But like,
get
imagine
all
like
that
after
sympathy.
the
Like,
Googling
that's
knife.
it.
Do not do anything with that knife. No, no, no.
Hold on.
No.
No, he wants me to. He told me to, right?
No,
He told me to.
no, no,
He told me
no.
to.
No.
Oh, this is so much better than eating a sandwich.
Right now.
So much better than eating a sandwich, Destiny.
Put that away right
You
now.
fucking piece of shit.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. No.
Boogie faked cancer. I did. I faked cancer. There are worse things to fake. There are worse things to fake.
I guess it was 3 years ago that I got told by a doctor that I most likely have a disease called polycythemia vera because I had blood markers and other symptoms, and we were going to treat the symptoms. And I ran to the internet to tell everybody that I had it. It's a rare form of cancer. It's a blood disorder. I did it for attention. I did it for pity. I did it because I wanted you guys to feel bad for me. I was being a worthless, manipulative piece of crap.
Now, to be clear, faking an illness is one of the lowest tricks in the influencer playbook. It's manipulating people's compassion, weaponizing their kindness. And for someone who built a career on being the nice guy, this was the ultimate betrayal. This is how I see it. Francis wasn't just a skit. For Boogie, Francis was the mask behind which he hid his insecurities. And in a way, Francis was honest. He embodied all the bottled up anger, rage, bitterness, and helplessness Boogie felt in his real life. And then off camera, Desiree gave him a different mask to wear. Around her, Boogie learned how to perform kindness. He learned what empathy sounded like, and he repeated it back to the audience. For years, the balance worked. Francis made people laugh, Boogie made people cry. But the second Desiree walked out, the balance was gone. Instead, we were left with a man who was angry, resentful, and desperate for validation. And he thought he had fooled people, and he did, for a while. And this is the reason he deserves the name Lolcow. Because this specific characteristic is found in some of them, if not all. They are so in need to be loved and respected that they have to lie to people and hide their real selves in order to be admired. A mask they keep until it breaks in front of us, revealing the sad truth. A Lolcow. Amber is a good example of this. When we first met her, she was a sweet girl with a sweet voice who had a purpose: losing weight. Then we met her partner at the time, Crystal, a sweet girl with a sweet voice. Interesting. Then they broke up and started dating Destiny, who was fun and goofy. That was around the time Amber started to behave fun and goofy.
I had that stupid fabric loop that comes inside of shirts so that you can hang it on hangers. I don't even know. I think those things are so pointless. I normally cut them out. I didn't realize the thing is sticking out the entire video.
Hey guys, welcome to a new video. Not me LOLing because you see that little string like poking out that you're supposed to hang on the hanger.
Oh, that's hectic.
Oh, that's hectic.
Oh, that's hectic.
Brussels sprout with mustard. Pickled okra with some mustard. Radish with mustard. Your favorite thing in the world, hearts of palm with mustard. Raw broccoli, mustard. Raw asparagus with mustard. Dragon fruit with no mustard.
Carrot, broccoli, Brussels sprout, radish, asparagus, celery, apple.
Yep, there's a pattern here. Amber morphs into whoever she dates. Not only that, but she also uses her past as a foster kid to manipulate people into thinking she had a harsher life than she really experienced. Amber comes from a broken home, surrounded by addiction, hence her food attachment. But to use rape allegations left and right, and she retails those allegedly horrible encounters with a meh, whatever type of voice.
You're gonna fucking touch me whether you like it or not. And I was like, you can't force me. And little did I know she can. That's when she started punching me a lot. She would aim for my belly. I don't think she ever actually hit me in the face. Her favorite spot was my stomach. She would punch me really hard in my stomach. She'd punch me like around right here a lot. She would punch me on my arms, and she would continuously do it until I agreed to make love to her or have sex, whatever you want to consider it. So not only was I being physically abused, but I was pretty much being like, that is what I consider it, because I continuously would say no to her.
It's a tactic. One she probably learned as a child, trying to get attention no matter how. She saw it worked, and it's now using it as a regular tool to get people to like her, or at least to feel sorry for her. But the real Amber?
The fact that you can sit there and say that the roller coaster of our relationship that we were in was due to my love bombing and not your unwavering love. That is something that you told me, that I had unwavering love. That is what you said to me. The fact that you're turning this around and rewriting this whole thing to make you seem like a victim because my ex Beck might have been is fucked up.
I think we have seen glimpses of her, and it's not pretty. I mean, she has no friends, her family can't stand her, she's all alone. Except for the Am babies, that's how she calls her followers. They will believe everything she says. I don't clearly understand why. This guy is the reason I'm making this video. As I said in the intro, I was a subscriber up until recently. Brad is a guy who has a YouTube channel called Brad Taste in Music, where he will review songs and albums, although his old content is him making his own music. But he got popular for his reviews of some specific albums. Think Anthony Fantano style. He actually was following Fantano's steps. I think Brad wanted to become a well-consolidated music critic, and to be honest, I think he was on his way. His personal life sounded like a regular one. He was living with his fiancée, and the relationship seemed pretty normal.
I need help. I need to get offline, and I just want some reassurance from some people who care about me that, like, you'll be there when I'm gone. Or when I come back, I mean. Because I want to do this the right way, but I'm scared, and I just wanted to ask for a little help and reassurance, and that's all.
Brad mentioned he struggled with a weed addiction and also with depression. We felt sorry for him and supported him after he disappeared and returned, explaining that he was in rehab getting himself back together.
I'm here making this video really for the reason that, like, I want to get certain information across to people who care. I'm paying her a ridiculous amount of money, like $5,000 a month. To basically do nothing. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't have a problem with that. Like paying her $5,000 a month so she could, you know, lay around, smoke weed on the couch and be happy. Great. You know? But I don't think that she really respected me. I don't think she saw things in me that were, like, important for her to see. I'm trying to fucking figure everything out in, like, an impossible situation. You know, trying to get things back to normal so that, like, we can live a normal fucking life. And she repays me by recording me in my house without my knowledge. She sends it to my parents. She sends it to friends. She sends it to people who are associated with Hive Mind. Yeah, and it's the biggest betrayal I've ever felt. I think that the way she handled it was really sad and misrepresentative of who I am as a person. That's why I even brought it up in the first place, because I felt so deeply betrayed. Because again, I've never had any meaning, like, I've never wanted to do anything wrong to this person. Like, I still think about her. I still care about her.
when I'm upset because of something, you know, and I start getting really loud about it, like that basically was her biggest fear because she had trauma with yelling. For me though, like my family, everyone I've been around my whole life is loud, but they never mean anything bad by it. So I never really saw anything wrong with it. They're just trying to be heard and get their point across and show their emotions.
My abusers, so I can damn fucking right do that to you. I can kick you the fuck out of here for what the fuck you've done to me. You've destroyed me.
What? How? All I've ever wanted to do is support.
Stop lying to me for once. Look at me in the eyes and stop lying to me. Stop being such a wimp.
All I've ever
Look at me and accept what you have done to me. Do you see what I've become? You've killed me. You promised me everything. You lied to me.
What did I promise?
Look at me in the fucking eyes and say that again. Look at me. Tell me. Tell me. Tell me what the fuck you just said. Tell me. Get out of my house. Get out of my fucking house.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't.
You're blind.
Don't.
You are evil. Like you're evil.
Never mean anything bad by it.
Well, the police came and they arrested him. They broke up after that, but the real mask cracked following those audios because he started posting videos blaming his fiancée, calling her a manipulator because she's older than him, making her what? In a position of power?
See, I'm really scared of her because she's smarter than me. Our relationship, like, I'm younger than her.
He stopped posting, but we are almost sure he will be back. He always does.
I said something about my ex and like who she was with sexually, and that pretty much like opened up Pandora's box where because I did something wrong, now it's like finally time to open up the lid and like expose everybody to the horrible monster that I actually am. And you know what? You know what? She was abso-fucking-lutely right. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to give a big apology. The biggest apology that's ever apologied, because the reality is the content that I've put on my channel for the last like 5 years has fucking sucked.
And the bitch just kept on going.
It has actually contributed so much to like the worst side of the internet. And I've totally fed into like this side of hatred, you know?
This is another new addition in the Lolcow universe, and boy was it bizarre. Ian was considered the internet's Jiminy Cricket, putting things into perspective, into reality, while being funny and sure, crude and irreverent. His channel was widely known for his content cop videos where he will expose bad behavior within YouTubers, say people pushing gambling to children, lying to the audience for money, or lying about their lifestyle to be liked. Somebody had to do it, and Ian was perfect for the task. Until he wasn't. For me, it was this moment.
I think only in these past couple of years have I gained the ability, empathy, and I'm very ashamed to admit that. It sounds really pathetic to say at the age of 32 I've acquired empathy, but I have.
This was a bizarre statement since empathy doesn't just appear out of nowhere. Either you are born with it or you are not, making yourself antisocial. So he basically told everyone he is mentally ill. And it shows, since he decided to destroy his close friendships in order to appease Anisa.
No Sleep Jr. I didn't go to Max's wedding. Max and I had a conversation about it. When he was sending out invites initially, it wasn't a very good time for me.
The main incident came with the H3 content cop. Ian decided to backstab his last friend in order to get some publicity for his boxing event. I don't see the empathy here, but okay. After this, he sealed his fate. He continues to cosplay compassion, failing miserably. But at least we can tell he is full of shit, and all his devotion towards social causes is just performative.
Went to a range day with me one time. Like we used to talk a lot about content creation and stuff. And COVID rolls around, I get bored at home, so I make an OnlyFans where I'm showing my meat.
Really?
And, well, basically, I'm taking a steak and I'm rating a steak. And like,
see, that's the reaction that you're supposed to have. Genius.
I thought it was funny. So I'd be wearing like just an apron. Of course, I'm wearing like boxers underneath. And I'd reach down and be like, this is my OnlyFans. And this is an A5 Wagyu from down the street. And I would talk about it. And I sent it to Ian, and he got mad and called me and like said I was making fun of Anisa, and like I wasn't. I just thought it was a funny bit because I was sitting at home during COVID. And
you'll never understand what it's like to be an ally.
Yeah, it was. He
Shit
like said
that.
stuff like that. I haven't talked to him since. That was like 5 years ago.
Over that?
Yeah, and I've like texted him and tried to reconnect with him. He just won't talk to me anymore.
I was doing research for this video on Twitter, and I came across something that's so true that's scary. First, Ian and Anisa bully someone online.
It kind of pisses me off to hear that shit because I'm like, what are we doing? What are we saying? He needs a hug? No, he doesn't need a hug. He needs a good fucking ass whooping is what he needs.
You fuckers that are looking at this right now, I know that you would fucking cry if I said something to you in real life. I know you would cry. How do I know? Because I've done it to one of you fuckers in real life, and you have cried. You cried and apologized to me, and you even said that I made you feel like a bitch. And I'm glad that I did, to be honest. More people should do that to you.
They caused some YouTube drama.
I was hoping that if I made a video about Ethan, he would act like an adult and he would keep the attacks directed at me and Anisa.
Just tell me, did he act like an adult in the first one? Because like the Fortnite dance, did we already forget?
This man said to me, I thought you would act like an adult. Did you think that when you were Fortnite dancing, Elling with all of the people that have been trying to ruin my life? Sorry.
Their horrible behavior backfires pretty quickly.
Now, with this recent revelation that people are just going to use Creator Clash to attack Anisa and I have decided to step away from Creator Clash.
And afterwards, what do? They play the victim.
You know, I also see the dynamic of Ethan and Neil. I'm like, fuck, like, it's really hard to be a couple online and see people attacking your partner. And it's like, okay, like if you come to their defense, that doesn't always help them, right? Sometimes that makes it worse for them.
Both of them are following trends because they are now empty vessels that will be lost and alone without each other. Is that romantic or sad? Or both? I leave it up to you. This isn't just about the downfall. It's about how the internet rewards performance but punishes deception. It's about how a persona built on someone else's likeness will eventually collapse when the act gets too heavy to carry. And it's about how the audience, no matter how compassionate they are, will eventually turn if you treat their empathy like a piggy bank. All of these people thought they could fool millions forever, but the truth always leaks out. And when it did, it revealed someone very different from the wholesome friend fans thought they knew. A whole new human behind a mask they broke and pieced back together thinking nobody will notice. A Lolcow. What do you think? Leave me your thoughts in the comments. If you like the video, give it a like or a dislike, it's okay. And subscribe! It's completely free. I hope you had a wonderful day, and I will see you the next one. Stay safe.